Chairman and members of the committee. First of all, I want to say it's an honor to be here and be before this committee. And we're going to yield our time for Commissioner Bennett to be speaking on our behalf. And we just want to we appreciate this committee and what y'all do, and we're looking forward to be working with you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Commissioner Bennett, thank you for being here, sir. You're recognized.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. Again, on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, we do appreciate the effort to be here as well. I'd be remiss if I didn't start off and say thank you to our legislative representatives, Senator Bradley, as well as Representative Brand, for all their support they continue to do throughout the years, as well as you guys, and ladies and gentlemen, for your efforts to represent the citizens. And finally, Ms. Debbie White and Ms. Kathy DuBose from staff have been phenomenal to work with, and we appreciate their efforts as well. We appreciate the consideration for an operational financial audit of the county finances. As you're aware, we have continuing ongoing concerns with where we're at with the county level finances. This is evidenced by the last 9 out of 10 years of audits have been submitted late. This has come before this current Board of Commissioners over the last, since about February. We've become very focused on issues of audits and the lateness of those audits, and we've been focused very hard on trying to get that reestablished back and to a normal routine cycle that should be submitted on time. The Board of County Commissioners has considerable concerns and lack of confidence in the current ability in the office and the performance of that office due to the lack of the audits being submitted on time, as well as the failure to report finances and account balances to the board. So we are asking for your support and moving forward with the request as we submitted. It's important to understand that we've continued to try to focus on this effort for some time to try to restore and get the finances moving forward. Now, what you will find is a concern will be raised that the finance director has recently departed, and efforts are being made to replace that. And unfortunately, there is a new finance director. However, that does not account for 9 out of 10 years of audits being changed over, because that finance director was on here for a short portion of that time. We continue to move forward to try to work to resolve the issues and so forth. However, we do need some assistance, and therefore we are asking for the financial and operational audit to be performed. What I will tell you is this was so important for us at the Board of County Commissioners. All 5 of us commissioners, as well as our county manager and staff, are here today to make sure that we address any questions and concerns that you may have from us that we may be able to address. We understand what we're asking for, and we ask that you continue to please consider that. We do also understand that there are some obligations that the county will need to meet, and we are prepared to step up once we receive those obligations in order to continue this process. Our focus is and will continue to be to represent the citizens of Baker County, to ensure confidence both in the Board of County Commissioners as well as in our citizens that we are handling our finances for the county in an appropriate manner, and that we are being supported. It is challenging for us as a county to continue to see our finances not being submitted on time to the state at a time when a county such as Baker County is in continuous need of continued support from the state. And again, I'll close out with expressing our appreciation to the entire committee here for giving us the opportunity to be here, for hearing our questions, our concerns, and making our requests known. And again, we appreciate everything that this committee does, as well as the entire legislature and the services that y'all provide. And with that, I'll be glad to take any questions if you may have any.
District 3, come on up, sir. You're recognized when you get to the podium.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, we appreciate it. And I just want to echo Commissioner Bennett's remarks. We're in full support of an audit. Would love to have JLAC come and support that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Commissioner Hartley.
Thank you. I just want to echo the same thing, that we would appreciate an audit and to clear up our financial things in our county. And we appreciate any help you can give us. Thank you.
Thank you for your time today. As a county commissioner, I support your request of Mr. Commissioner Bennett, and I appreciate your time here today and your consideration. Thank you. Thank you. Chris Dooling, your waive your time is important. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Commissioner Bennett.
Okay, moving on. I understand the clerk's attorney, Joel Foreman, be here to speak on Ms. Harvey's behalf. Mr. Foreman, you are recognized, sir. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, members, for having us this afternoon. We appreciate your time and attention to these matters. We do consider them to be of great importance, and I do, again, appreciate the time that your staff have dedicated to bringing us to this point. Clerk Harvey is here. She did ask me to come over and present on her behalf. Your staff has done a good job of bringing you up to speed on where things lie in Baker County. The clerk joined the request of the Board of County Commissioners with the caveat that the rationale for the audit she disagrees with, and with the caveat that if there is going to be an audit, she believes it should be operational and county-wide to include all constitutional officers. Baker County is a smaller county. It does have some institutional inertia, right? So the way they've done things historically has not, again, in my legal opinion, been entirely consistent with the mandates of our Constitution. We have initiated litigation. That litigation is pending in the Eighth Circuit. We do have an abatement, but we've also asked for an order to expedite conflict resolution of Chapter 164. So these are two governments, two units of government, subdivision of the state. We are accountable to you. We are accountable to our constituency through the Constitution of the state of Florida and general law, and we're simply trying to make sure we get there. We do think the audit would be conducive to helping to resolve that dispute. We're not relying on it to resolve the dispute, but we think it will be helpful. And so Clerk Harvey is supportive of the audit, but again, different rationale and broader scope. And I'm happy to address any questions.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions from the committee? Senator Puzza, you're recognized.
Thanks. I found myself in this situation before you're on the Senate floor. Is my impression that I'm getting here and gathering that Ms. Harvey can't speak because there's pending litigation, and hearing you at the podium?
It's not, sir. She's happy to answer any questions you might have for her directly. She just asked me as her attorney to speak on her behalf today.
Okay. If she's comfortable, I do have a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
This is the Eighth Circuit, you said?
Eighth Judicial Circuit.
Ms. Harvey, you're recognized.
Hey, I'm Stacey Harvey, the clerk of Baker County. Thank you for your time.
Couple of questions, Mr.
Go ahead, sir.
Thanks. How long have you been the clerk?
I have been the clerk for almost 10 years.
Okay. In your letter of May 21st, day after my birthday, you mentioned on the second page, glaringly, the commission has failed to inform you that I have taken steps through the legal counsel to eliminate the roadblocks commission staff have been placing before me. What I'm most particularly interested in is your explanation of, you go on to say, I'm prepared to file a suit against the commission to obtain control over the county's finance systems, as my staff and I have been locked out of that system during critical work periods. Can you just sort of expound on that? Is it a computer system?
Yes.
It's
a finance system that we got back in with ARPA funds back in, I think we started on the finance system in 22. It is on the county server, and of course they actually they tell us when and when we can't use that system.
And go back and forth.
Go ahead.
Thanks. And when we talk about critical work periods, I'm imagining you're talking about when it's time to reconcile finances and numbers, and in and around that time is when you're being locked out?
Well, it's in the evening time, and normally like during the day, as far as at the clerk's office, we don't have time to actually sit down due to the traffic that comes in and out. So we normally do a lot of this stuff financial-wise in the evening time. And the prior finance director, she did work late in the morning hours because that's when she felt like she was able to concentrate on the work.
Okay. It's a little easier for me conceptually. I'm from Miami-Dade County. It's the 11th Circuit. It's only one county. Same thing with Broward, 17th. Baker is part of the 8th Judicial Circuit. So you're one of a number of counties inside the 8th Judicial Circuit, correct?
Yes, sir.
And has Baker County submitted, as they are by statute permitted to do so? Miami-Dade County, I think, has two. Sally did one, Sosa did another. Don't they get a piece of, as a county, don't they get a piece of court costs that you're actually collecting? Do you know how much Baker County collects off every court case?
Well, it just depends based on the percentage, but they get a percentage of money based off of traffic citations and depending upon court costs they do get.
And here's my final question. How long does it take to reconcile and remit payment to Baker County after a traffic citation has been paid or a criminal case has been closed out?
We submit those monthly. So as the month closes at the 30th day, we usually try within the first 10 days to make sure all our monthly recurring bills are done.
Thank you.
Any further questions from the committee? Seeing none, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
here.
so much.
Do we have anyone else that's wishing to speak? We don't see any comment cards here. Maybe absolutely. Go ahead. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Chair Anderson or Mr. Foreman, do you have any closing remarks that you'd like to offer? You're recognized, sir.
Thank you again, James Bennett, County Board of County Commissioners. We understand the concerns that's brought up from from the attorney and the clerk. However, I would go back to the fact that we've been operating in a manner like this with software since it was implemented. There is no exclusivity to it. It is shared access to it. We do have, as a county, concerns over outside entities, i.e. consultants, having access to our network, but we are continuing to work through that item to resolve that. What I would tell you is our concern here goes back to having an audit done of those offices. And what I would refer to you is document the table that shows 9 out of 10 years audits being late. This has been going on for quite some time. This is your staff's report. And it's been late for every year except for one. It was turned in on the absolute last day before it was late. Again, that's your staff's reports, the actual facts with it. And we're simply asking to see what we can do through an audit to rectify that such that we can get our documents submitted on time.
Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thank you.
Senator Trudeau, we have a motion on ready to proceed with.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, I move that the committee direct the Auditor General to perform an operational audit of financial operations and records of Baker County. The Auditor General, pursuant to her authority, shall finalize the scope of the audit during the course of the audit, providing that the audit-related concerns of the board and the clerk are considered.
Do we have any debate?
Briefly. Nice. I was just, and they do an incredible job and very detailed, Mr. Chair. I would just humbly suggest to the Auditor General's office that they take a look at this password protection, access, control. I heard from the county commissioner that is concerned about outside entities, but I don't think Baker County has any problem with the clerk collecting cash on their behalf and remitting it every 30 days. So just for parity's sake, if access is attempted at 7 p.m. because that's when the workday is done and this is the time to reconcile, are then not able to get access, and it was characterized as being an outside entity. I would say that they are incredibly mutually symbiotic relationship between the two. Is this a situation where the county has frustrated the clerk's ability to be able to perform her task, in which case basically setting her up for failure? And in which case it would reek of politics and not of pragmatism. So just a humble note on that.
Reasonable thoughts. Thank you, Senator. Anything else from the committee? Seeing nothing, please call the roll, ma'am.
Representative Daniels, Senator Davis, Representative Gossett-Seidman,
Yes.
Representative Greco,
Yes.
Representative Henson, Senator McLean, Senator Pizzo, Representative Plakin, Senator Simon, Senator Trudeau, Representative Yarkowski, Senator Wright,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brodeur, Chair Tremont,
Yes.
9-0.
Motion is adopted.